Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Jay back in the video, and today we're gonna be doing a movie review. The movie Soul is recently just got put on Disney Plus, and I enjoyed it, so I wanted to talk about it. Now, this movie is kind of a masterpiece in the making to me, but it is missing a lot of key things, and I'm gonna talk about it. But hey, let's clap it up for Disney for a mainly all-black cast. Like, I mean, just because it's all black, but doesn't mean it's the one of the best movies ever created. Black Panther. And yeah, 97% of you guys are not subscribed. Subscribe if you want. You can like the video if you feel like it was entertaining. And remember, this is only my opinion. And if you feel like you disagree with me at any point in the video, feel free to leave. And yeah. Now, our main character is Joe. Now, Joe is an ambitious guy. In this story, his main goal in life is just to become a musician. Well, mainly piano player, but instead of chasing his dreams, he's teaching middle school band. Until one day he gets the gig of his lifetime, and next thing you know it, he dies. Now, one thing the movie did good in the beginning is setting up the world when Joe died, and kind of giving a little explanation in the transition to being in the afterlife and not being in the afterlife. And my man's Joe is like, yeah, I'm out. He decides to leave, and he ends up in this place where new souls are formed. And this is where we meet our second main character, 22. Now, she's a soul that doesn't want to go to Earth and believes life has no purpose. And that's the reason she doesn't want to live. One thing Pixar kind of messed up on this movie is the World Lord. Now, it leaves you wanting more, but Pixar left out a lot of information that could have made the movie way better. Like where souls come from or what happens in afterlife if Joe ever went. They also speak on deep topics and just throw them out there, but they really never digress into the deep topics, such as corrupt souls or souls that are lost. But basically, I do like how the movie lets you interpret what do you think is the concept of the soul. The movie leaves a lot of stuff to the viewers to make concepts of and think about. So that was pretty good of them, but I feel like they could have digressed more into the subjects they already thrown out. When I saw the trailer for this movie, I really did think it's just going to be a black guy for the first 30 seconds and going to be blobs for the rest of the movie. Now, I was wrong. The movie did a good job balancing the human world and the soul world. Now, where the plot gets messy is where Joe ends up in the wrong body, he ends up in a cat body, and 22 ends up in Joe body. How original, but we've seen it before. Kind of like Freaky Friday. My head, I'm thinking the rest of the movie is just going to be them trying to raise down the clock and switch bodies before they're going to be stuck in permanent bodies forever. But no, I was wrong. The movie took a whole different view. They basically let 22 view life in Joe's body, and she slowly started to like life and wanted to live. So I feel like they did good setting that up. One of my favorite parts in this section of the movie is when 22 asked the barber, was your purpose in life just to become a barber? And he said no. He had dreams of becoming a veterinarian, but life stuff gets in the way. And just like dreams, your purpose in life could change in an instant. But sum it up, 22 really didn't want to leave Joe's body. And I feel like that was a good way of showing how she wants to live life, but Joe doesn't get to play in his gig. So one thing led to another. I'm not going to talk about it because the villain in this movie or whatever he's supposed to be is kind of dumb. Ends up getting their bodies back switched, and Joe gets to go to the gig. He does well on the gig. It's probably the best days of his life. But in the end, Joe doesn't feel satisfied. He feels like he waited all this time in life just to get this one moment, and it didn't feel anything. He feels empty inside. And that's when Joe starts to realize that playing the piano isn't his purpose in life. And then the next couple of scenes are the best. It starts off with Joe slowly playing the piano with this soft beat in the background. And he slowly starts to realize that the purpose of life is just to enjoy the little things. I think that's a good way to end the movie. Well, it is, but they didn't end it off like that. I forgot that 22 basically still exists. So Joe has to rekindle the relationship with 22 and try to help her move on to Earth. And basically, he just ended up explaining to her what life represents, and she decides to go to Earth. And that's pretty much the movie. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for originality and the story not being so basic. It had me on my edge of my seat sometimes and maybe false guess. But one thing that did set the movie back is the villain. I don't know if he was supposed to be a main villain or not, but the dude could have been taken out of the story and the story would have been A1. But yeah, I don't know why this dude is in the story, but hope you guys like the video, subscribe, and peace.